Hello everyone, this is cztl here and welcome to the Tarkov Beginner Series. So this video is for people who just purchased the game and have opened it for the first time. After you complete the setup, you'll be plopped onto your inventory screen. You'll see me scrolling around here, inspecting different things by right-clicking and hitting inspecting, consolidating stacks of items, such as the 250,000 ruble stacks, inspecting to see what armor class the armor is, inspecting to see how many slots the rig has. It's very important to get a good understanding of your gear. This is your PMC secure container. Anything in there will not be lost if you die. The only other items that do not get lost are your armband if you have one and your melee weapon. I could talk about your character some more, but I think it's important to put some meds in your container like I'm doing, and then hop into an offline raid with PvE enabled to get a feel for the gameplay. Before we do that though, I'll briefly show you the game's menu navigation. This is your character screen and shows you a lot of your statistics from your raids. It's followed by your gear or inventory section, followed by your health section. It shows you your current health, and even if you're not in raid, these can still be below full, so always make sure that those are full. This is your skills screen. You have no skills yet, but when you play the game, you'll progress a lot of these. Unless you purchase maps from the traders, you will have no maps here, and you currently have no tasks until you accept them from the traders. More on that in a future video. Next, we'll go to the trader screen, and you can click on these traders. You'll see these items in gray. If you middle mouse wheel them, or click on the middle mouse wheel, it will examine them and tell you what they are. I'm not going to do that here to show you what it's like in game when you get an item that you have not examined yet. But if I were you, I would examine all the items that you can. This is the flea market tab, and you don't have access to purchase anything on here yet that you can't buy from traders until you're level 15. When you reach level 15, you'll be able to buy things from other players. In the bottom left here, you can click on that and you can access your hideout. Currently you have nothing built. You can choose to purchase things or wait for later. Some of the items only cost cash, some require items in game, some require skills, and there's various requirements for different upgrades. Eventually you can get a Bitcoin farm and get some passive income though for your character. In the bottom right here, you'll notice something called messages. If you have a gift, make sure that you claim it right away. As you can see, mine expired. Also, anything that you insure that isn't taken out of raid will be claimed there. Now we can gear up to go into an offline raid. You could choose Scab, although I would recommend playing against players when you don't know the maps at all. I cannot stress the importance of getting to learn the maps, because the extracts, or there's no map that tells you where you are in relation to where you need to go. You need to figure that out on your own. So what I recommend doing is first getting a feel for the gameplay by going into Factory, which is a great small map to battle some scavs, just to get a feel for the gameplay. Don't try to extract here. You can put the number of scavs and change the difficulty. I recommend just playing until you die. Your items won't be lost since it's an offline raid. Now, go have some fun. That was probably fun. Let me know how you died in the comments. So notice here that you did not gain any levels even though it said you did on the end screen. That's important to note. Now that you've done Factory, probably the first map that you should learn is Customs. So I would go into an offline raid there and basically do the same thing. Although I would bring up a map here because you're going to want to try to extract this time. It's really important to learn the extracts so that you're not just aimlessly wandering around for 45 minutes and then end up as a dead deserter. Mapgenie.io will be a great resource here, so I definitely recommend pulling that up either on another monitor, printing it out, or just alt-tabbing. Alright, so you spawned in. I'm only going to tell you a couple things because I don't want to overwhelm you, but I'll leave you with the rest of the gameplay. So the first thing that I would do if I was you is to try to find one of the edges of the map. That's what I'm doing here. I'm trying to locate the edge of the map so that I can compare it to the Mapgenie map to figure out where I am. So as you can see here, I think I found an edge of the map because there's a big fence along it. And then I can look on Mapgenie and I notice I'm at Old Gas Station. That gives me a rough sense of where I am. Next, you'll see me double tap O to show my list of extracts. Great. Taking a look at Mapgenie, I know that I have to go in the direction I'm facing. So I will just head over in that direction, kill any scavs I encounter, maybe do a little bit of exploring, but it's mainly about learning the map and trying to find distinguishable benchmark locations so that you can remember them for next time. I suggest doing this till you start to get a good feel for the game if you're playing by yourself. When you start to get the hang of it, try to put bosses on and try to encounter them and find out where their locations are. It's important to know the locations of scavs and bosses because that's where a lot of players will be headed. If you found this content helpful, smash the like out of that shit button and consider subscribing. I'll be continuing with my beginner series, and I also have some intermediate and advanced videos as well. Thank you for watching.